And now I have the privilege of introducing David Dunn, who's the Executive Director of the Texas Charter School Association. David most recently served as Chief of Staff to Margaret Spellings, the United States Secretary of Education. Mr. Dunn's experience includes service as a Special Assistant to the President for Domestic Policy at the White House Domestic Policy Council, the Associate Executive Director and Chief Lobbyist of the Texas Association of School Boards, which is where I met him. David has an MA in Government from the University of Texas at Austin and a Bachelor's of Political Science from Baylor University. We are lucky to have in the Charter School Association someone leading the charge and someone as strong and as visionary as David Dunn. David?
Thanks so much, Lori, and thanks, Soner, for pulling together this kind of luncheon and discussion. It's wonderful to look out here and see so many people here. It's nice to be up here on the stage with people like Soner Tareem, Tom Torkelson, terrific charter leaders from around this state. I know that I've seen a number of other charter operators here at the luncheon. I encourage you to listen carefully. I think you'll get a lot of insight and learn a lot about operating and setting up and facilitating facilities financing today. Just want to thank everybody here for coming out. Just a couple of sort of related but a little bit off-topic comments, if I might. Chairman Eisler, state board members, Ken Mercer, Marcia Farney, the state is really grappling with a tough legislative session this session, and I know that's been referred a couple of times, but clearly this is the largest budget deficit, however you count it. It's higher than some people say it is, and it's certainly lower than others say it is. But however you count it, it is the largest budget deficit this state has faced before. So Chairman Eisler and his peers have a lot of tough decisions to make. But one thing I want to say going into this is that charters are really well positioned going into this kind of legislative session. We've heard Chairman Eisler say a number of times, efficiency. We've got to fund that's efficient. We've got to focus on what's efficient. And charter schools are efficient. Charter schools have shown that they can do more with less and will continue to do that. When Controller Coombs came out with her FAST report, grading the economic efficiency of schools throughout the state, charter schools educate 2% of the kids, and yet 25% of the five-star schools in her report are charter schools. Folks in charter schools are making it happen on the ground with less every day, and we're thrilled to see that. In terms of the facilities, one thing that clearly is a challenge for charter schools, and that is financing facilities. Charter schools receive no direct state aid for facilities. They don't have a local tax base that they can use to raise money, to offset bonds, that sort of thing, and it's a struggle. One idea that TCSA will be promoting this legislative session, we think we've got an idea that can help offset the cost, provide huge savings for schools without busting the state budget. Local school district bonds, when they issue bonds, they get the backing of the full faith and credit of the state of Texas through the Permanent School Fund. That same guarantee does not apply to charter schools. Charter schools are not currently eligible for that guarantee. As a result, when local school districts go out and and do bond issuances, they routinely receive AAA ratings. I think the best rating I've seen a charter school acquire was BBB+. The cost savings in terms of the upfront issuance cost, but especially the investment cost over time in terms of lower interest would be tremendous. We're having a lot of conversations with legislative leadership around this permanent school fund idea and extending that to charter schools. It's being very well received so far. So stay tuned on the TCSA newsletter. We'll keep you updated. Chairman Eisler, I look forward to continuing our conversation around this notion. It should have a zero cost to the state. Tremendous savings to our schools at no cost to the state. What's not to like about that, Mr. Mercer, correct? Anyway, thanks again, everybody, for being here, and I know we're all going to learn a lot as we work through this. Thank you.